MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Chicago White Sox and the Cleveland Indians. We've got an excellent matchup on our hands in this one. Two of the league's craftiest starters go head-to-head next. Tom Glavine starts the game on the mound for the third and final game of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Man, this guy was really rock solid in his last one. 8 solid innings in his last start to pick up the win. We'll see if he can keep it going and make it 2 really good starts in a row.
Striding in, Pee-wee Reese. He will lead this one off today.
Leading off the afternoon for the White Sox, the shortstop.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
First pitch, 110.
Softly hit out towards short. And this will be flagged down easily for the first out of the inning.
Batting second, the White
Now a moment here to check out the White Sox starting lineup. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Well, Matt, you have to keep an eye on the Hebrew Hammer, Ryan Braun. He's got over 1,000 RBIs. He's already proved he's a clutch hitter. He knows how to drive in big runs when it counts. So if the situation comes up in this game, I'm looking to watch how he goes to work in the clutch.
Into the box, Tony Gwynn. As with one away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike one. So, fellas, this Indians ball club, as they begin play here this afternoon, tough to complain about the start they're off to. 4 wins in their first 5 games.
Yeah, Matt, nothing they'd like to do more than to salvage this one, D-Roll. After this one, they go on the road for a 7-game road trip, so big to get this win here today.
Yeah, last game in front of the home folks before you go out for a week. This is a big one. They're going to get it done.
Lifted the other way down the left field line. On the move is Rosario, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out.
The second baseman, Roberto Alomar.
Into the box now, Roberto Alomar. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Pitch on the way.
Nope.
One ball, one strike, the count. The 1-1 home. Swing, line drive. That's going to be troubled. Around first, digging for 2. And he'll coast into second here with a 2-out double.
It's always nice to get something cooking in the first inning, even with 2 outs. Now your cleanup man steps to the plate and has a chance to drive in the first run of the game.
So now to the plate, Johnny Damon.
And he'll promptly send it in the air out to center field.
And nothing will come of the two-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the two-out double. It's on to the bottom of the first. No score on the show. Greg Maddux gets the ball for the White Sox in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Matt, this is one of the game's all-time best pitchers. Over 300 career wins, and he's been doing his thing for a long time. It'll be interesting to see if he can continue that solid work in this one today, Matt.
So striding forward now, Dustin Pedroia. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The second baseman, Dustin Pedroia.
Now the pitch. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Fellas, these White Sox, as they enter play today, been a middling start to the season as they come in 2-3 over their first 5.
Yeah, Matty, this is the big one right here. They've split the first 2 games of this series. You want to steal one right here and be feeling good about yourself.
Yeah, Dero, I think one of the things you want to do, you get to the 3rd game, you'd like to win this series and finish it off by winning game 3. It's always nice to win a series, whether it's at home or on the road, so this is a big one for this ball club.
Now the 1-1 pitch.
Hey!
Lifted in the air toward the line and right, but this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Lifted down the line and left, and that will end up a foul ball. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Drilled right back up the middle, and that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
It's the best competition in all of sport, the pitcher against the batter right there. He fouled off multiple pitches, refused to go down. Not only did he get a knock, but he ran some pitch total up too.
To the plate now, Joe Torre, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1, and he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. Strike taken up in the zone.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
And it's fouled away. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
That was some nice execution on that pitch. Spotted it nicely down around the bottom of the zone. And when you do that, especially with 2 strikes, not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground balls and swings and misses down there.
Standing in now, Willie McCovey, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. And he's looking to get it going, off to a bit of a slow start this year. Here comes the 1-0. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1. He's running. Popped him up. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
Batting fourth, the right fielder, Nelson Cruz.
Stepping into the box, Nelson Cruz, coming off a season in which he was named the American League's Silver Slugger at DH. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A ball and no strikes. Looking at his career totals, Cruz hits a little over the 270 mark. There goes the runner. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. Not in time. He's in there at second. So he swipes second successfully, but you have to wonder now if that might actually end up taking the bat out of the hands of one of their better hitters.
Well, that's a good point, Matt, but I'd be a little surprised if that's the case. It's still early and the game is tied, so that would be a pretty cautious move to pitch around him here or just walk him flat out.
From the stretch, the 1-2. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Left fielder is on the move. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Indians leave one. We are still scoreless. Second inning set to go, and up next, former World Series hero Joe Carter.
29. Joe Carter.
And the pitch. Grounded up the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Well, fans of good pitching are in for a real treat today. Guys, what can we expect from the matchup?
Well, Matty, these are two guys that aren't hard throwers. They're more touchy-feely guys. Hard, soft, up, down, in and out, D-row. And these are the kind of guys that can really frustrate you when you're in that batter's box.
100%, Dan. When you got a flamethrower on the mound, he's going to live and die with his good stuff. But when you got a finesse guy out there, you step out of the box and a lot of different thoughts start entering your mind. What should I sit on? This is going to be an interesting matchup.
Throw on to first is in time to get him, so that'll go down as a strikeout and a 2-3 putout for out number one.
That is good.
Digging in, John Olerud. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night. First pitch on its way. Hit on the ground to short. Over to McCovey, 2 down.
That is 7. The designated hitter, Ryan Braun.
Here's Ryan Braun now. First offering on its way. This one is launched. Look at this. Onto the home run porch and gone. Ryan Braun with the solo home run. Second home run early in the year. As the White Sox are on the board first, it's 1-0.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number one, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
Stepping in now, James McCann.
The catcher, number
He'll roll over it and send it to shortstop.
He's got it.
McCann.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. But the White Sox hit the board first on the solo home run. We'll go to the bottom of the second. It's now 1-0 Chicago. Bottom of the inning now, and striding forward the designated hitter, Miguel Andujar.
The designated hitter, Miguel.
Here's the first pitch to him. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Strike two as the fastball is let go.
Pretty unusual that you see a 5-0 hitter take 2 strikes in a row. Typically, those are some of the most aggressive batters in the lineup.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
My man on the mound has just got great strikeout stuff working for him these days. Looking back at his last start, he racked up 9 Ks, and now he's looking like he can put up similar numbers in this one.
At the plate now, Eddie Rosario. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Rosario is slugging north of 480, which puts him among some of the best power hitters in the game in that category. Fouled off. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
The 1-2.
0-2.
Hey, started this guy backwards, couple of off-speed pitches early, followed by back-to-back heaters. He can go either way he wants to go right now.
1-0 good guys as we play inning number 2. The 2-2 is in there. A called strike 3.
Great spot on that 2-2 fastball. You can't place it on the inside corner any better than that. And as a hitter, there's just not a whole lot you can do with that unless you're looking for it and time it just right. Love seeing a guy that can work the inside with his fastball.
At the plate, Jimmy Rollins. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Down 0-2, maybe simplify the game plan right here. Get on the heater, even though he has 5 weapons to go to.
White Sox are out to an early 1-0 lead as we play the second.
And he fouls this one off.
The next 0-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, we've seen a lot of guys swinging at pitches out of the strike zone early on in this game. So I think the game plan on that pitch right there was to try to bounce one and try to get them to chase again.
Fans, a new season is upon us, filled with hope and optimism for the months ahead. And what better way to stay involved all season long than with a full or partial season ticket plan? Whether you're looking for a handful of marquee games or all 81 home games, we've got a plan to suit every fan's needs. Stop by any stadium ticket window and talk to a representative today. Fans, make sure to join us here at the ballpark this Friday night as we've got the solution for these cold early season games. The first 10,000 fans through the gates will receive a complimentary Team Fleece blanket. That's courtesy of MLB The Show.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. High in the air out to center field.
Damon waits on it.
And that retires the side. Indians go down 1-2-3. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Now at the plate, Cal Ripken, and he has not gotten off to the start he had hoped for with the bat. It's been a real struggle for him out of the gate. And a great change of pace has him off balance, a swing and a miss.
I can't speak from experience, but that's got to feel good right there. Throwing a nasty changeup first pitch and getting a swing and a miss on it. Now he pretty much opened up any pitch in his arsenal.
And this is taken in for out number 1.
The batter, number 1, shortstop, Pee Wee Reese.
Settling in now, Pee Wee Reese. He hit the ball hard but lined out to start the ball game. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. One out, nobody on. There's a breaking ball that couldn't quite catch the inside. Reese has all the necessary skills to play great defense on the left side of the infield, and it makes him really fun to watch. He can pick it with the best of them, but what sets him apart is the huge arm. It's accurate, it's incredibly strong, certainly has the ability to uncork a throw and beat a runner when he needs to, and it's impressive to watch.
Yeah, anybody that has the ability to go to their backhand and to absolutely fire a cannon across the infield is a huge asset to have.
A bouncer up the middle. Fielded cleanly. Over to McCovey. 2 down.
Up next for the White Sox, the right fielder, Tony Gwynn.
Stepping in, Tony Gwynn. He flew out in his last at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. Grounded back up the middle. Reined in. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Down in order go the White Sox, but they lead it 1-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and now it'll be the catcher, Jorge Alfaro.
Jorge Alfaro.
Here's the first pitch to him. Push softly over toward the right side. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
Hey, after that hit right there, Dero, that extends his hitting streak to 6 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 6 days in a row with knocks will help you sleep better at night, Dan.
Victor Robles digging in now. He went deep in the contest last night. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
That's a ball. Ball 1, no strike.
The 1-0 home. Fouled away. Hit hard on the ground to second.
Alomar has it.
To second for one. On to first, and they get the double play.
The batter, number 15, second baseman, Dustin Pedroia.
Now at the plate, Dustin Pedroia. He reached on a single in his first try. Here it comes. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. And, oh, he missed a home run by a matter of feet. It's off the wall. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Now with that double, he's 2 for 2 and halfway to the cycle. Gave it a good ride, and that's the second time he's barreled up the ball. So he's seeing the ball really well. See if his teammates can pick him up and bring him home now.
In now, Joe Torre. And he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Hit in the air to right field. Gwynn will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. 1 left for the Tribe. They're down 1-0. Digging in, the switch hitter, Roberto Alomar. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. And now pitch on the way. Line drive to center field. Robles is right there, 1 down.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
Stepping into the box, Johnny Damon. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
1 run, 2 hits, and no errors so far.
for the White Sox. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball. The 1-2. Sliced hard on the ground. Oh, a diving effort as it's off his glove. And no chance at a recovery here, as despite a great effort that time, they won't get an out on the play.
Well, I'm shocked he even pulled the trigger on that pitch. He might have been fooled right there, but he was able to keep his hands back and scramble a good pitch for a base hit.
To the plate now, Joe Carter, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And they'll try and pitch out here, but Damon stays put at first. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. No contact there, and it's 1-2.
So far in this game, he's the only guy in the lineup that's gone down on strikes.
This is the only guy in the lineup that struck out so far, and now he finds himself in the hole with 2 strikes.
Line drive to left. In there, a base hit. Well, after being late on a fastball there, it looked like they did him a favor.
Yeah, Matt, that's surprising right there. I don't understand that pitch sequence. He blew the fastball right by him, sped up his bat with the off speed, and got hurt.
So now to the plate, John Olerud.
And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. Olerud, just 24 years of age. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2.
Pretty textbook pitching right there. Jump ahead in the count 0-2 and then start working outside the zone. Easier said than done, but that's the way you do it.
Into the box now, Ryan Braun.
And he'll promptly send it in the air out to center field.
And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. White Sox strand a couple, but they're on top 1-0. Digging in for his second at-bat, Willie McCovey. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
Willie McCovey.
First pitch of the at-bat. And it's fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Lifted the other way out to left center. Therefore, it is Damon as he takes it for out number 1.
Now batting, right fielder, Nelson Cruz.
At the plate, Nelson Cruz flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Hey, even though this guy's a righty hitter, he's going to get pounded with that two-seamer. He needs to make sure he catches this thing out front if he sees that pitch again.
The high fastball is in there.
One of the best ways to keep a guy uncomfortable is to pound him inside. They're doing that, and this one caught the zone.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
The problem for the batter now is he's gotten so inside conscious after those first two pitches, anything on the outer half of the plate's going to look a foot outside.
Fouled off. The next 1-2 pitch.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
Now here's the pitch. Liner in there for a base hit.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
And that'll bring up Miguel Andujar. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. A ball and a strike.
1-1.
A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. High and deep down the left field line. And no one can get there. It's a foul ball. The 1-2. And he fouls this one off. Cruz, base runner at first with 1 out. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball.
After multiple pitches were fouled off, it gets a little disappointing as a pitcher. So you think, say, I'm going to throw one way off the plate and see if he'll chase it. Didn't happen.
Oh, and this is hit high and deep out to left. And they take the lead. It's gone. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. First home run of the campaign for him, and the Tribe take a 2-1 lead.
Hey, I know we're not sitting up here with a crystal ball, but that swing right there, although in the middle innings, could be the deciding factor. And we could be looking back at this one when it's all said and done.
The left fielder, number 23, Eddie Rosario.
Standing in now, Eddie Rosario. Back up the middle. He's got it. And there are 2 away now.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
So coming to the plate, Jimmy Rollins comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First pitch on its way. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. 2 runs, 5 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians.
As the official charity of Major League Baseball, the Boys and Girls Club of America allows more than 4 million children annually the chance to realize their dreams both on and off the field. Visit the Boys and Girls Club of America online at bgca.org.
0-1. Here's the pitch. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh my goodness. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Thanks, Matt. I had a chance to talk with White Sox manager Rick Renteria between innings about his thoughts on his lineup's performance. And he told me that they have to find a way to be more patient at the plate. He said that although he's not against swinging at the first pitch, today they're doing so way too often and at well-executed pitches. As a result, 6 of their at-bats have resulted in outs on just the first pitch.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Digging in to try it again, James McCann. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Here's the first pitch to him. Line to the right side. Cruz is there, and he has it for the out.
The third baseman, number 8, Cal Ripken Jr.
At the plate, Cal Ripken. He popped out in his first trip.
Yeah, Matty, and it looked like he got fooled a little bit out front, ended up popping out. Expect him to be a little bit more leery of the breaking pitch this AB.
And this one's down off the shoe tops, 1-0. Well, partway through this one, and it's safe to say that both of these starters have brought their best stuff, and each lineup looks a bit helpless out there.
Well, this one's kind of gone as we thought, D-Roll. Both of these command pitchers down in the strike zone, moving the ball up, down, in and out, making it very difficult for these hitters to put anything together.
Yeah, a lot of soft contact, a lot of indecision on the part of both offenses. Nobody seems to want to pot commit to any pitch because these guys are really mixing and matching.
5th inning, 2-1 our score. Breaking ball well inside and taken for ball 3.
Hey, he's had great command all day. Want to see how aggressive he is in the zone with a 3-ball count.
And he takes ball 4, so a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Man, the pitcher's wondering how he didn't get that call. Busted him inside on a 3-1 count, and the ump thought it was just a tad off the plate. Tough to get the benefit of the doubt from the umpire when you fall behind in a count like that,
though. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Liner in there for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Everybody's different coming out of spring training. Some guys get off to torrid starts. Some guys struggle. This is one that struggled, but maybe that single gets him going.
Into the box, Tony Gwynn. And this one's in the dirt. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. The 0-1 delivery. Now this is hit not all that hard out to second. And indeed, he'll not even try as he goes to first, and that means 2 men are in scoring position now with 2 away.
Now batting, the second baseman, Roberto Alomar.
So stepping in, Roberto Alomar, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Committed to that one a bit too soon as it locks him up for strike 1. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Good pitch there down below the zone. Got him to go after it.
Hey, there's a ton of reasons I could give to you as to why this guy has been such a good pitcher in his career. But I think this is the biggest one. His ability to work out of nasty jams. 2 guys in scoring position right here. Interested to see how he works out of this.
Ready with the 1-2.
I got to count 2 and 2.
Number 3 hole hitter up right now. Cleanup guy on deck. 2 ball, 2 strike count. I think pitcher wants to make something happen right here.
The 2-2 pitch. And he popped him up. Pedroia is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. White Sox strand a couple. Our score remains 2-1. Into the box, Jorge Alfaro. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up.
Jorge Alfaro.
Now here it comes.
Hey!
The windup and the 0-1.
Not likely to see a fourth fastball in this situation. I'm going to eliminate the fastball if I'm at the plate right here.
The 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he'll start the fifth the same way he ended the fourth, with a punch out, 1 away.
I always like watching pitchers that attack with their fastballs until there's a reason to start mixing it up. He hasn't needed many of his secondary pitches so far on this one, and there was another good fastball for a strikeout there.
At the plate, Victor Robles. As he'll take a look at ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Trying to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul.
Fans, on your drive home, don't forget to tune in to AM 1750 for a full recap of our ball game. And of course, lots and lots of debate. It's the Big O and Grumpy Joe Show, featuring Omar Cannon and Joe Wilkerson. After the ball game, exclusively on 1750 AM.
On its way is pitch number 75. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. Now here's the pitch. Fouled away. Another 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
50, second baseman, Dustin Pedroia.
In now, Dustin Pedroia. And he pops it up. Reese is there, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Tribe. They lead it 2-1. New inning set to get underway. And
batting steps the left-handed hitting Johnny Damon.
Johnny.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Scorched to third. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the sixth.
The left fielder, number 29, Joe Carter.
Ready now for the White Sox, Joe Carter. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Here's the first pitch to him.
Ball. I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Low scoring game thus far. 2-1 here in the 6th. The 1-1.
Ball 2.
And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
Well, I bet the manager breathed a sigh of relief when he saw he wasn't hurt that badly. The last thing they can afford to lose is a guy like that for any length of time.
At the plate, John Olerud. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
On the first, it's a double play. As their woes continue, the inning is over. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Joe Torre. He'll get the 6th inning started for Cleveland.
Third baseman, Joe Torre.
Here comes the first pitch. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. And gone. An absolute bomb. A solo shot here to left. Second home run early in the year. And it gives the Indians a 3-1 lead.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
To the plate now, Willie McCovey. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. No hits to this point. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit hard to the right side. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
The right fielder, Nelson. Cruz.
So next it'll be the 4-hole hitter for the Tribe, Nelson Cruz. He singled his last time up. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Swung on and missed for the first strike. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. One out, nobody on. Grounded down the third baseline, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And it's fouled away. The next 0-2. Bounced on the ground and right at the shifted infielders. And there's out number 2.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Miguel Andujar.
Miguel Andujar will stand in again as we flash you back here to the 4th inning. This was a 2-run home run that was definitely one of the big blows of the ball game to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Oh, 0-1. Here it comes. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit on the ground to short. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Indians strike for 1 on this solo homer. Bottom third of the order, 7, 8, 9 due up to start the 7th. It's now 3-1 Indians. Ryan Braun will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. First offering on its way. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, but a foul ball here. 0-1. And the pitch. Sent out to straightaway center field. Robles is on his horse. He can't get there as it falls in.
The catcher, number 33, James McCann.
Into the box now, James McCann, as he'll take a called strike. The knees, it's 0-1. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And it's a foul ball. Working for the punch out and the offering. Swing and a line drive, but just foul. From the belt, the pitch. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
The great equalizer, the changeup. That was a really good job of getting him to offer at that one out of the zone. And it was all set up by the fact that he got ahead in the count and forced the hitter to have to protect. That's the name of the game.
At the plate now, Cal Ripken.
And he puts it on the ground to second.
One there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Nothing doing here for the White Sox, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Last half of the seventh here, and next it'll be the outfielder, Eddie Rosario.
The left field. Rosario.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
At the ball. Ball one, no strike.
Fouled off. The 1-1. And he fouls this one off.
Hey, that fastball caught too much of the plate on an 0-2 count.
Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Another foul ball, and this battle will continue. One and two, here it comes. And that one misses badly. It's ball two.
Keep in mind, people, the longer the at bat, the higher the likelihood that this becomes his last inning.
Trying to send him packing for the second time. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Home run number 3 here in the early going. And the Tribe have opened it up to 4-1. Ball's jumping in this one. That's the fourth to leave the yard so far.
Matty V, this is kind of a mini home run derby, D-Roll. Ball flying out of the ballpark today.
Just great approaches by both lineups today. We were around the cage during batting practice. Both were super confident, and it's coming to fruition today.
Jimmy Rollins. is in for the third time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Base is empty here with nobody out. Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. Here comes the White Sox skipper out toward the mound, and we're going to have a pitching change as that's going to be off for his starter this afternoon. So we'll leave after 6 rather nondescript innings of work as he stands to be the loser in this one. Trevor May will come on in relief as he'll make his second appearance of the season so far.
65, Trevor May. Fans, the Baseball Tomorrow Fund is a joint initiative of Major League Baseball and the Major League Baseball Players Association to support the growth of baseball and softball programs around the world. By funding programs, fields, and equipment purchases, the Baseball Tomorrow Fund seeks to encourage and maintain youth participation in the game. For more information, visit baseballtomorrowfund.com.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. No outs, nobody on. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Fouled away. Indian shortstop behind 1-2 in the count.
If I'm in the box, you take a step out right here. Take a deep breath after that high fastball. You got to be leery of him burying something in the dirt.
The 1-2. And it's fouled away. Bases are empty here, nobody out. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Left fielder giving chase. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the catcher, Jorge Alfaro.
Digging in, Jorge Alfaro. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
from the stretch.
Whoa, that's down.
Bases are empty, one man out. That's wide, 2-0.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
3-0 now. Victor Robles is on deck. He's set. Here's the 3-0. Taking all the way, and it's 3-1 now. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. There's ball 4.
Now batting, center fielder, Victor.
So a runner at first now with 1 away, and that'll bring up the outfielder Victor Robles. From the stretch. Fastball, and ooh, that ran in and drilled him.
Well, the pitcher can claim that that one slipped all he wants, but that looked intentional to me. He goes with the heater up and in and absolutely drills him. That's dangerous, and I'm surprised that the ump appears to be letting it go.
Digging in, Dustin Pedroia. From the belt, the pitch.
With some traffic on the base paths, nice job by the pitcher to execute strike 1.
Down the left field line and deep. And this will wind up a foul ball.
He's going to be thinking about that pitch all night if he doesn't have a big game right here. Pulled his front shoulder and everything went with it.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Swinging a soft liner to second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Leading off the inning, Pee Wee Reese, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. First pitch coming, here it is. And that one swung on and missed 0-1. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Here's a looping fly ball out to right. Cruz is in a few steps as he takes it for the first out. Stepping in, Tony Gwynn. He's gone hitless in this one, Dan, and he's not alone.
No, he's not, Matt. This lineup has had no answer for their opponent on the mound so far.
Here's the first pitch to him. Fastball hit on the ground is short. Scooped up. On to first, and he's breezing through the 8th here with 2 quick outs.
Up next to Chicago, the second baseman, Roberto Alomar.
Ready now, Roberto Alomar. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch of the at-bat. I had him lunging at that one out of the zone, and that's strike 1.
You see that swing right there? You know what that tells me, boys? That this pitcher is doing his job right here, but also the offense is obviously not picking anything up today.
The windup and the 0-1. Fly ball out toward left center field. Rosario is there, and that's the 3rd out. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Joe Torre. He went deep last time up.
We all know this guy's a real good fastball hitter. We saw how far he could hit one. He got a fastball that he liked, and he turned that thing around, and it got out of here in a hurry.
Fans, you'll want to make plans to join us next Thursday night for our annual Turn Back the Clock night. We'll have retro ballpark entertainment, $1 sodas and hot dogs, and all fans arriving in costume receive $5 off the regular ticket price. How can you beat that? For tickets, you can send us a telegram or simply visit any ballpark ticket window. Hey fans, a reminder to stop by our auction tent here at the stadium. This month's celebrity auctions include MLB The Show merchandise, signed by Chris Cutler and Scott Rohde, and even a lot of Nick Livingston beers. Fans, if you're sitting in section 121, row 8, you're sitting in the top lucky row of the game. You'll all be taking home a pack of Topps baseball cards. Congratulations from Topps.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch.
0-2 is the count.